Okay, we'll get started because we do have this recorded and we will be sharing it. So welcome everybody. My name is Neil Kostecki, Director of Outbound Product Management at ServiceNow. And I'm also joined by Kimlan, our Senior Principal Product Manager. And today we'll be talking about getting started with Amazon Connect voice routing with an advanced work assignment. So let's get started. First of all, of course, because anytime we're talking about the product, of course, there's always a potential that we talk about future capabilities, and so always make your purchasing decisions based on currently available functionality. And let's get through a little bit of logistics here. So, of course, you can join us for future webinars and 360 exchanges. We do have our live on ServiceNow interactive series on the community. You can go ahead and scan the QR code there, and you'll be able to get access to those. We have lots of on-demand, great content from previous sessions. And again, we'll share the recording and the presentation from today. Just a few housekeeping rules. So we will save time at the end for question and answers. You can use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen and post your questions there. We'll be happy to answer those. Love questions. It makes the session a lot more engaging. It will be recorded and shared on the community along with the other on-demand sessions. And after the event, you'll be prompted to fill a quick survey. And we appreciate your feedback. We want to get better. We want to give you great content and sessions. So please do take a moment to fill that out. So like I said, my name is Neil. I work in the customer service management area of our product. And I'm joined by Kimlan, who's on the inbound product side, who's going to take us through a bit more of the functionality. But first, I'm going to take you through an overview of our kind of contact center as a whole. And then we'll get into ServiceNow Voice, unified routing on AWA, and show you a demo. Of course, that's always the fun part where we can show you a bit of the product live there. And so let's get started here. So first of all, I want to set up a bit of context around contact centers so that we understand the context of why this is helpful. So first of all, contact center, for anyone who's new to this area, is where support interactions happen. It's where all your channels, email, web, social, voice, of course, all of these different channels come together and provide you the ability to manage those interactions. And so that's the key, is that you've got all these different channels and you need to manage how they're actually talking to your sales or your service departments. And actually, what's really important about engagement and customer experience is that the more that you can provide a better experience, the more customers are actually willing to pay, the more they're willing to be loyal to a brand. And so this is backed by data. So providing a better experience, providing better channel management, providing a way that your customers feel comfortable contacting you, will deliver a better experience and therefore drive more revenue, more loyalty, and overall better customer relationship. And business goals of these types of organizations that are leveraging this contact center type of experience is really about growing the business. Number one, it means driving that faster revenue, reducing your costs to offset that. Providing a better experience from the operation side of things, being able to, again, manage and deploy all these different types of channels in an efficient way. And of course, having all the digital channels allows you to have better data, to be able to make better decisions, to provide, again, a better and better customer experience. So there's just a little bit of data around the need and the business goals of organizations that are leveraging contact center solutions. And of course, by leveraging that, the benefits that you're going to get from that are your agents are going to be more responsive. They're going to understand from what, all the different types of channels, how a customer has reached out, everything in one place, being able to understand the client or the end user of any sort. Being able to have insights around how different channels are performing, different teams are performing, really having the big picture view of the entire contact center, having a clear path to satisfaction. So being able to communicate via any channel. Again, our end users, our customers have preferences around how they want to reach out. Giving them the option, giving them the freedom allows for a better experience. Better collaboration, because you can actually use different tools, you can leverage different functionality by the different type of medium that you're engaging, and basically personalizing the experience and being really customer centric. So these are kind of the benefits around contact center solutions. And the challenges that we see typically, and you might be familiar with these, but number one is definitely too many applications. So our agents need to switch between views, switch between systems, copy information. A lot of context gets lost in doing that. So providing them a way to actually be able to be in one system, have one single pane of glass, allows them to have a better experience, which means your customers end up with a better experience. It means you can also, dynamic skilling and routing. Different tiers, different products, different services require different skill sets. These are the types of things that need to be managed inside of a contact center and can be complex. Channels, again, those channels and disparate tools, the different customer journeys that might happen, being able to stitch those together is extremely important. And then being connected beyond the front line, so being able to see a clear chain of custody and the insights all along the way, providing transparency to both the agent, the operations manager, across the different teams. So being able to keep that connection. And there's many different challenges that a contact center solution can address. These are just a few that we wanted to highlight. But of course, there's tons of other areas where where there are challenges inside the contact center. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Kimlan, who's going to talk us through ServiceNow Voice, and I'll let you jump in here, Kimlan.
Thank you, Neil. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Sure, go ahead.
So hello, everyone. Good morning. I wanted to provide you an overview with our ServiceNow Voice. And in this context, I wanted to show you how the ServiceNow Voice fits into the contact center in regards to integration with ServiceNow. ServiceNow Voice has different capabilities, but in general, it is a framework that allows either the customer or some of our partners to create their own CTI integration. So one of the components that we have in ServiceNow Voice is OpenFrame. This is where the UI frame is positioned directly within a workspace so that the agent will be able to manage their phone interactions. And it will also interface directly to provide screen pops and other creation of cases within the context of the agent experience. The other thing that we have, of course, with ServiceNow Voice is the real-time transcription. This is where we have out-of-the-box APIs that enable our partners to take a speech-to-text utterances, and then, of course, provide that directly into ServiceNow via our conversations object, so that it will be able to show the real-time voice transcription in the conversation panel during the live call. So, of course, I talked about the unified experience. So, of course, OpenFrame and real-time transcription both live within the context of the configurable workspace, so that the agent themselves will be able to use the inbox to sync their presence between the CCaaS, soft phone. CCaaS, of course, is the contact center as a service. And then from in that context, they will be able to control the call itself, and also all of the workflow integrations that are within that solution. One of the ServiceNow voice capabilities we have out of the box is our reference integration to Amazon Connect. In this integration, we also have samples, Lex integrations that will provide self-service to the customer. So in the Lex integration we have components specific to CSM, to ITSM, and of course also HR. In this, it provide for CSM, we provide case creation updates and also allow the customer to check directly within the context of a case that they've entered or they've logged previously and are just trying to get status updates. And of course, part of the integration that we have for Amazon Connect is we have contact flows that are basically just components of a call flow that are we ship out of the box. And as a customer, you will be able to take this contact flow and customize it to add your own process within that context, either for a live agent integrations or even for self-services. The interaction management and omni-channel integration is another component within the context of ServiceNow Voice. What this means is, like I said, for CSM, we have creations of cases and updates in the solution. And then, of course, one of the other components that we have is workforce optimizations. So workforce optimization is an optional where you will be able to see real-time operations and performances of teams and agents. And currently, we have the ServiceNow WFO products integrated directly with Amazon Connect. So these are also, like I said, ServiceNow Voice and OpenFrame is a set of CTI integrations that many of our partners currently uses today. In this image, what you're seeing is our own Amazon Connect integration to the Amazon Connect soft phone. And of course, there are pre-built certified integrations that you will be able to find on the ServiceNow Voice store. So some of the out of the box, some of these are, of course, first party, like Genesis or Five9. Others, of course, are third party, but they do integrate directly with these other CCaaS. For example, like Buchner and Sutter, they integrate directly to Cisco. And Tenfold, they have integration to, of course, to many different CCaaS out there. So these are just to show you, some of the examples that we have in our store. So now I wanted to provide a little overview of how ServiceNow Voice work within the context of ServiceNow and a third-party contact center. So for example, when a consumer or a customer make an inbound calls, of course, they will be able to get into the third-party platform because it is a voice, it's going to land on the CCaaS platform first. This is where the IVR will be able, this is the interactive voice response platform that will be able to do self-service for that customer. So in this case, it reaches into our operation handler, which will, of course, create the interactions up front. With this interaction, the IVR will be able to track every, all of the timestamp of that, the customer conversations. And at some point, the IVR can also do additional services self-service, like checking for, checking for the customers or the consumers validation of that. And also if they need to update have information about a case, then they will be able to do that also. At some point, of course, the customer may want to talk directly to a live agent. This is where the CCAP platform, of course, come into the call routing and the queuing mechanism, where the customer calling in will be able to hear hold music while they're waiting in queue to find the next available agent. And then, of course, once that agent has been found, then the call itself and the interactions will be provided to that agent, and then that screen pop directly on the agent workspace. So now we will get directly into what unified routing means on AWA. So this is the current contact center reference architecture we have today. This is where it's a federated routing via third party. So in this case, all of the customer channels can be either from ServiceNow or from the context of the contact center applications. And all of the self-service capabilities that are available within ServiceNow are accessible by all of these channels. And then, of course, the agent desktop is where we were talking about previously, where the open frame soft phone would be on that on the agent desktop. And then, based on the channels, for example, for a phone call, the voice, of course, will be routed by the third-party CCAS, and then, of course, all of the other channels that are handled by ServiceNow will be routed directly by Advanced Work Assignment, also known as AWA. And of course, if there are workforce management could also be tied directly into that the agent's work within that sessions. So now let's talk about unified routing on our platform. In this case, the capabilities have been introduced in Washington in the Q1 of this year. In this context, if you think about the previous slide that I've said, the voice was routed by the third party, while all of the ServiceNow channels are routed by AWA. What we've done is extend that even further, where the voice channels are also routed by AWA. In this case, what we are showing is that all of the rules and the assignment groups and the queues that you set up within the context of AWA will be provided by the admin and of course managed directly in ServiceNow. One of the things that we've done with this is, of course, we did reference implementations for Amazon Connect. In Amazon Connect, all of the queues are going into a single queue, and then based on the customer's request for live agent, we are providing that call directly into AWA to route. And this is where we are sending all of even the call requests into AWA to route everything. Let's take it deeper into the architecture to show you all of the components that are involved in the flow. So for example, a customer will make a call into an 800 number or voice endpoints that are provided for service. Again, the IVR, of course, would take over and provide some type of self-services to that customer. At some point, the customer decided that, no, I want to speak to a live agent. When that call is being queued on the CCAS, we will issue a route request directly to the AWA, And of course, at that point, the agent will get the inbox card that tells a little bit about what this call is and who's the call is from. And what we have here is, of course, the calls from a guest. But if that phone number had been validated and tracked against a specific customer, then of course that name will also show up. One of the things that we have in this context is, of course, the customer profile will be part of ServiceNow. The agent profile will be ServiceNow, and of course, all the skills, capacity management. Of course, how many phone call, the number of chat, email calls that agent is available for. Of course, is managed by AWA because the source of the routing is going to be ServiceNow. One of the things that we do sync with the third party, of course, is the presence. So when an agent changed their present in the inbox, in the ServiceNow agent workspace, if they change from offline to available, the soft phone will be there to also make to change. So that's where we sync the presence. The other thing that we do sync is, of course, the agent profile. We do have in our implementations, we do have a table that will provide a corresponding record between the agent, between ServiceNow and Amazon Connect. And on Amazon Connect, we also have the same database table that basically keep tracks of the Amazon Connect contact, the agent, and then of course the agent who has accepted, so that we know who is making that call. So one of the things that we do rely on the third party, of course, is the voice, the audio from that voice, right? So when the agent have accepted the inbox card, what happens is that at that point of the acceptance event, we will send an instruction over to Amazon Connect, in our case, will directly transfer that voice call directly into the agent's soft phone. The one thing that we are providing is even for transfer, when the agent is transferring in Amazon Connect soft phone, we are checking for the agent availability, and also if a group, availability, and then we transfer that call directly into that. But the phone call itself will still go through Amazon Connect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a demo. So this is a demo, a recorded demo that we have provided by one of our colleagues. So if you give me one moment here.
Let's see a demo of voice routing with Amazon Connect using AWA, a new feature in the Q1 24 store release. It enables ServiceNow's advanced work assignment to route and assign voice calls on Amazon Connect. John Jason and Ned Stark both work at a call center. The call center uses Amazon Connect and uses AWA rules to assign calls to agents. Agents can update their availability in their inbox, which synchronizes with the status on the soft phone. A customer, Sam, calls in.
Welcome to ServiceNow. In order to better serve you, we would like to record parts of this call. To give your consent, please press 1 followed by the pound sign. Press any. Hello, Sam. How may I assist you?
Speak to a live agent.
Please describe your issue.
Broken freezer.
Broken freezer. Is this correct?
Yes.
Please wait while I transfer you to an agent.
AWA assigns Sam's call to John. John finds the call in his inbox, but rejects it as he is busy. Now, AWA reassigns it to Ned. Ned accepts the call in his inbox. The phone interaction record appears on the
Connecting
screen,
agent.
and Ned
Thank
and
you for
Sam
calling.
are connected on the line. To enable voice routing by AWA, admin first has to set the Amazon Connect integration following the setup guide. Select the AWA voice routing checkbox to download the right contact flow templates that set the basic configuration in Amazon Connect for routing inbound, outbound, and transfer calls using AWA. Now, admin and call center managers can set the routing and assignment rules for voice in AWA. Set 1 for the default capacity of the out-of-the-box Amazon Connect service channel. Using out-of-the-box basic queue or your original queue, assign appropriate agent groups to the queue along with the preferred assignment rule. Voice routing with Amazon Connect using AWA reduces operational cost by unifying routing engine and increases agent productivity by unifying their start point to inbox.
Thanks everybody for joining us. We will go ahead and wrap up. I don't think we had any other final slides. I was just realizing we might have had a wrap up, but I think it was just the Q&A. But thanks again for joining. And like I said, we will share out the deck and the recording, and we appreciate everybody's time. Thanks again, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.